the Lockheed SR-71 project, which was not actually a real aircraft. Like I say, Nixon, Jimmy Carter, or whatever, was getting lots of money from the American government, from me, basically, to build this other jet, which would be the SR-70 or something, or 69. I don't really know what they classified it as, but it was their top secret spy plane that was being built by the United States. Anyway, and they're just basically waiting for me and Russia and Germany to basically build the supersonic aircraft, and they were charging the American people all this money for all this stuff. Satellites and SR and supersonic aircraft, we have it all, he would say. You know, we have it all. Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Anyway, meanwhile, they were basically raiding Germany and carpet bombing Germany and holding the rest, or trying to kidnap people from Germany. And like I say, when Germany finally broke into the Lockheed or whatever site, pretty much it was a plywood aircraft with 2x4s that was painted so it looked like an aircraft. It was not a real aircraft. Nixon and Jimmy Carter and Jimmy Hoffa were embezzling all this money from the American government to basically build this top secret spy plane. Yes, it's national security. It's top secret. It's very, 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 very important. Just like that. Meanwhile, he was doing what's called, make sure that the pilots don't get tetanus. Oh, yeah. John McCain, our test pilot, has to go in there and sit in the cockpit, and basically harassing my German and my Russian pilots and people, basically, while Nixon was like, oh, yeah, we need to make sure there's no cruelty or undue punishment, or they might get tetanus, and yeah, basically just like that. And his boy, what's it called? What's his name? Kenneth or whatever. Yeah, he has to look at it too. Yeah, talk to the pilot. Yeah, get film of that. Yeah. And they were taking pictures of the inside of my fan blades of the SR-71 jet, Blackbird, my jet. And they're like, yeah, yes, we have one just like that, yes. Which was just cardboard. And they were just Yankee fake people embezzling money and actually paying for guns and weapons and pretty much going around killing people and raping, and pretty much Jimmy Carter, Jimmy Hoffa, they were the worst people ever, basically just lying to the public constantly throughout the 1940s, 1950s. The United States thought they had all of these weapons and all of these aircraft, and they didn't. Germany, Russia, I did, but American aircraft did. But as far as the Republicans and the American government, nope. They had to steal it from Russia and steal it from me, basically. Steal it from the Germans. But the American people thought, or the United States thought, or the Republicans thought that they had all these weapons and all these aircraft, and we're so powerful, we do all these things. Armies will vanquish you. It's really just Germany and Russia. And China, and Japan, me, basically, what I used to be. The United States will bring a fire, blah, blah, blah. No. Nothing. They didn't have anything. I had a space station, Cosmos, which I launched from, what's it called? And I had all this stuff, and I had armies, and I had tanks, and I had very good stuff, but as far as Nixon, Trump, the White House, no. They don't have anything. They don't really even have control of the government. I mean, they're not really even... They had to kill people in the military to get it. So, meanwhile, Nixon was like, well, we need to make sure that SR-71 isn't causing, those pilots being up there for 8 hours at a time, they might have a problem with that. Anyway, that was basically what he was doing. That's what he was, all that film of him, going after, this is, they released a video of, this is Nixon going after corruption. Yes, this is him vanquishing. This is him arresting the people. Yeah, false charges and everything else like that, fake stuff. Nixon was just doing this con on everyone. And so was JFK, Jimmy Carter. It was a great big con. Trump. They just abused people and hurt people until they had something, which really wasn't anything. And mostly they just stole the printing press from Germany and basically just printed money. And pretty much the biggest disgrace, John McCain raping women like crazy. Well, maybe raping people. I'm not exactly sure about it. You'd have to, but pretty much, yeah, and shooting Chinese in the back like crazy. There's some really bad stuff. And, Nixon basically planning to blow up the whole planet. JFK pretty much. John McCain, Jimmy Carter, they wanted to kill everyone. Anyway, and basically just lying to the people as long as they could until they could kill them all. Stealing all this money, saying, oh yeah, we got, and then they would kill, and then mostly they just tried to kill Germany or whatever. And pretty much just the worst people in existence, pretty much. And that was, and when Germans finally questioned, John McCain couldn't even fly an aircraft, nor could Yeager. They didn't know the first thing about flying aircraft. They didn't know how to fly. So, it was all a scam. Whole thing was a scam. To the Republican United States government scam. Scam. They just tried to kill as many Germans and as many Russians as they could. United States never had anything. It's all just a scam. Didn't even have food. They were starving. So, until me and Germany came over here and started doing, we brought the ammonium nitrate and stuff, which Nixon was just trying to use to blow up things, kill more people, get those nukes. So he was like, we have to get those nukes. He was after those nukes because Germany, Russia, I had nukes, but Yankees didn't, nor did the United States. And then once he got them, he tried to, basically nuke the planet until someone finally stopped him. He was the great psychopath of the old days, and then he, after he killed as many people as he could, or tortured as many people as he could, he basically just released all this crap on TV, saying, "Oh yeah, Allah, yeah, this is him looking at a model, pointing his finger up and down the model, and it was all crap and bullshit. It's a con. That's all it was. Even the space shuttle, it was basically." I mean, JFK never went to the moon. He didn't. That wasn't. It was all basically a big lie. He had nothing to do with any of it, and they killed the German scientists as soon as they were done, or tried to. Anyway, Rodney, Rosalie, Rick Bush, they're all, I guess, in on it or something like that. And just big con. Anyway, trying to steal from Lucifer White Star Line, and basically, kill as many people as they could. And that's what it's all about to them. So, NASA wasn't the first space agency. Russia was. And just lying and hiding about that. Germany was a great nation. So was Russia. So was China. So is Japan. Japan's a great nation. And then trying to create this war. It was really just JFK, Nixon, Jimmy Carter, Jimmy Hoffa, probably Trump, just a few people basically just lying, and they were renting the White House, from me basically, and the DC building, and basically doing all these fake corruption, whatever charges, which was basically just them. Anyway, yeah, everyone knew about it, so.